Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. There really just hasn't been any updates or new cars that I could just talk about. So that's why I haven't been making any videos. Especially because all the new cars, they're just so rare and just so hard to get that I just can't get them, especially because I don't have the stuff to even trade for them anymore, and even if I wanted to just borrow someone's car, I don't have enough to do that either. So yeah, we got sort of like an update review and some suggestions for the game as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I am sort of back. Now if we go to the Discord, go to the patch notes channel. So for the last two updates, the big thing, flood escape minigame, the bug fixes, chassis improvement. I'm recording this after I recorded the flood escape segment, so it's overall pretty nice. I don't know if they have it a little bit different for the flood escape, especially because how precise you need to be at sometimes in the flood escape. But I'll check it out soon in the main area. Mobile driving improvements, I'm not really gonna be doing that because I don't really like mobile. But I do know that some people didn't like it before this update. I'm not sure about right now, but I hope you didn't hear those people screaming outside. I hope it is better, obviously, but I'm not going to be covering it for right now. But especially the big thing is the last thing they posted, the new chassis drifting. I'm posting this a lot later than when that came out, so you guys might know that it's really not drifting. It's just it's you put your car on ice, basically. That's what it is. I'm sure it's hard to implement, but yeah, for right now, you hold your handbrake and then your car basically feels like it's driving on ice. That's what it's like. Improved rear car lights. I'll showcase some of that. Bug fixes. If you in the potion set, I'll just show you guys. If you go to the upgrades, potions, it was possible to, as you can see, you can just buy this. So you get the small selection, then you get member card, medium selection. You're supposed to get priority shipping first, then get medium selection, exclusive deals, then 24-hour support. But because of the way they have it right now, it was possible to go to members card, not buy priority shipping, but then go to medium selection, exclusive deals, and then 24-hour support. So right now, in that scenario, if you went down that route, you would have a potion shop that refreshes every 10 minutes. But then some people went back and I missed this 15-minute one, especially because it wasn't required. So, they were just blazing through all the upgrades. So then went back, bought the 15-minute one, or even the 20-minute one. I'm pretty sure it happened with both of them. But basically, whichever upgrade you purchased last would be the one that your shop gets into. I don't have any accounts which had that problem, and so I can't really prove that it was fixed, but from a coding standpoint, it is a pretty simple fix. But they just ended up overlooking it when they first added this upgrades tab. So that's what it is. So if you had the 10-minute upgrade and your shop wasn't refreshing every 10 minutes, it should be refreshing every 10 minutes now. Basically, that's what it's saying. Go back. The multiplayer racing event, that's the flood escape. Honestly, that's not what I was expecting when they said multiplayer racing. I thought they would just use the tracks that we have right now in the main area, and then have multiplayer racing there. But flood escape, that's honestly a lot better in my opinion. And upcoming, the Easter event. I did come back to talk about this flood escape minigame, and I will be coming back for the Easter event, hopefully. I might not be as soon as it comes out, but I will be making a video for the Easter event and stuff about that, maybe optimization tricks and stuff. So be on the lookout for that. So now we're in the game to test the brake lights, like they said. Rear car light, improved rear car lights is what they posted. So I'm not actually sure if I don't remember what it was like before this update, but now if you're accelerating right on the HEOS, then you hit the brakes, the brake lights actually illuminate, which I think is pretty cool. Also, another silent bug fix they had was the light option on the top right, the option to turn on and off your lights. It actually works now. A little bit before, I think before the brake light update, this wasn't actually happening. It would be permanently stuck on. That's a little thing. So yeah, I think that's what all they meant by brake lights. So he just illuminates once you hit the brakes. Now, as I was saying, the drifting really isn't drifting. At the bottom left, we have a space bar for handbrake. Something interesting is if you just hit the space bar, you don't really slow down, but it's like your car is on ice. Especially, I'm pretty sure if you just go straight and don't turn while you're holding spacebar. I'm holding spacebar right now. Yeah, nothing really happens. It's until you start turning where the car starts to slide. But as I said, it's not really drifting. You can't actually control it. So if you're like going, and yeah, you really can't drift much. It's really not a skill issue. Hopefully in the future it will be a skill issue, meaning it will be fixed and actually behaves properly. But for now, it's not really anything. We can test out other cars. We go to the 211 GT3. Now, yeah, this also, it basically is going to be the same thing for all the cars. The brake lights are actually just going to illuminate, regardless of if you have the headlights on or off, which is interesting. Especially because it actually emits light. You can see that reflecting off the ground there. And if you don't know, the lights in Roblox aren't great. So, who knows? Maybe there's going to be an option to disable the rear lights, brake lights as well. On the topic of lights, it would be cool if they could add indicators. Like if you could just turn on like left or right, or even the hazards. It would be pretty cool. But yeah. Here's about the new car. They talked about that, but I don't roll that much anymore, and I don't really trade. If you know, I did have better cars than this. I ended up giving my car away. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could really get my hands on all these cars and make videos like I used to about like each car, like give some facts about it and talk about the car. I don't know if that will be possible anytime soon. Who knows? Maybe someone will bless me and like spend the time to transfer over really expensive cars. But yeah. So now we're in the flood escape game mode. So basically what this is you get a randomly generated track, and you get one of I believe 4 cars. You get the DDB-08, the Cairo, the Darrow Vuelto, and the Booby K8. It just randomly picks one for you, and everyone gets in the same car. They get in a random customization, so you might get unlucky and get a really ugly car, while the person right next to you gets like a blinged out gold car. That actually happened a couple of runs ago. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate we don't get to use our own cars, but I kind of understand why they give us like specific cars to use. So you know, it's like a good speed. Okay, this is a new one. This is the it used to be called the Anaconda. I think it's called like J-Mid or something like that now, but so that makes 5 cars now. So basically you just drive around running from the flood, but the thing is the flood doesn't really come out that fast. You're not really running from anything, so there's no threat other than the other players. There's really no need to go fast. Like there's very rarely gonna be people that can actually stay on the track and not just fly off because they're pushing too hard, especially because there's places like here, for example. If I went too fast there, I would have flown off the edge. This guy seems to be keeping up, actually. It's pretty interesting. We'll see what happens. I might have to go... Okay, never mind, I guess. So yeah, it keeps you on your toes, because you never know. Yeah, well, you kind of do, actually. I'll explain in a second, but you never know if there's a snow wall there. So, I'm pretty sure what this is a tile-based track building system. If that doesn't make sense, I'll explain it right now. I don't think it's an official term for like anything, but basically, if you ever played the game Warframe, what it is you just like spawn in a place, and then it generates the map generates with tile what the players call tiles, and each tile is like a specific room. So you might have like a room with like I don't know, like it's been a while since I played the game, but you'll have like different rooms. Like if we were talking about like a house, then you know one tile might be a bedroom, another tile might be a kitchen, another tile might be a bathroom. So that's what like tiles are. So as I play more, you might be able to notice that it's not the same track I'm driving. All the tracks are different because they are randomly generated, but they are generated with these like tiles or specific sets of turns. Like I've been playing for a little bit before I started recording to see what it was like if I wanted to make a video on it, and honestly it's pretty fun. Like, oh my god, I thought I just I binned it right at the end there. Okay. But as you see, I got gold roll, whatever, 3, 1, I forgot how many it is. But going back to what I was saying about tiles. Now when you see this one, you'll see some familiar parts from last race. And basically, they have tiny, I feel like I've already said this already, but tiny groups of turns, and then they just string those together. They tell the computer, hey, get tile numbers 3, 17, 42, and 2, and then put them together. Now you get a completely new track, and it feels fresh. It feels like you're not just repeating the same thing over and over again. Oh my god. This is the one tile I absolutely hate, bro. That one bend. I feel like there's no warning for that either. So like it's impossible to, you just have to be going slow, I guess there. Anyways, what I was saying was it's fresh every time. It's a new track, right? So it's fresh. Like for example, back when I was playing Forza Horizon 3, it was almost like 10 years ago almost now. It might have been 10 years actually. But one of the best money-making methods in that game was just running the Goliath race over and over again, you know? It was the same race going all the way around the track. It was fun, but the thing is, because it was just the same track over and over again, it got pretty boring. It got pretty repetitive. Like, yeah, I can, like, kind of shut my brain off a little bit and, like, expect the future. But with this, it's more fun, and I think that's, oh god, that's important. So, oh, that was close. So that's my thoughts on like the game mode. I honestly think it's pretty fun. Like, I wasn't really a fan of the driving system. I don't know if they actually changed anything, but within here, I've only had like a couple issues with the driving. Like, the car like weirdly snapped a little bit, and also this thing right here, where the jumps, the car tips forward, and that's kind of not really natural. And it really slows you down, but actually in some cases it could. Oh my god. Okay. In some cases it did save me actually, but honestly I would prefer if it was a little smoother the way it landed. So at least like you're closer to being aligned properly, so you can. It's just a smoother process when that happens. So that's what I like about this game mode. Honestly. Overall, great update what they did. I really like that. If you don't know, they're also working on other games, and they're still putting in time to make a completely new completely new addition to this game. It's pretty cool to see, and yeah. But now, obviously, it's not perfect. There's a lot of things that I think they should change. So, first thing is basically. That on the left, the little bar with my profile picture on it, I can't really demonstrate it now because there's no one else in this server. But basically, those little icons with like your face on them, they don't really work properly. What I'm saying is that, oh my god, what the hell? Is it gonna flip? Okay, that's one of the problems with the car tipping forward. I guess I've never had that happen before, but it just happened now. Bit rare, I guess, but still another reason why your car should be like lined up with the ground instead of being tipped forward. So what was I saying? The sidebar. So basically, say there's two people in this lobby, and one of us goes off the track and ends up dying, right? What ends up happening is What ends up happening is there'll be two dots for the two people, right? Then the dot for the person that fell will be the dot that's still on there for some reason. I don't really understand why. So on the side, it would show people that are already out, and the people that are still in, they won't actually have a dot anymore. Another thing I wanted was, or I think should be added, is a mini map. Especially because you can just get screwed over really quickly from just not knowing what's ahead of you, and it makes it, I think, a little more fun. At least I think it would be, if I could be a little and expect just a little bit at least in front of me. Like I don't think they should make the entire thing visible, like just like a proximity mini map showing like this, for example. Like I would have been prepared for that, and I wouldn't have to almost die there. Let me look at my list real quick again of things I need to talk about. As you've seen, when I win, it just shows when someone crosses the line, it just shows like the times. If anybody didn't finish, then it would just say DNF, and show the times, and it just says like 3 gold rolls, 1 gold roll. This is an RNG game, and there's a lot of spinning, rolling things, so I think it's a missed opportunity there. I feel like you could be able to, if they added some kind of spin there at the end, it would be cool, especially because there's definitely time for a spin right here, even with this this much waiting time, how much they have right now. The winner will have 5 seconds until the next race start, and then a 6-second countdown. It could be like a 1-2 second roll. Like, it's honestly, I think they should have added that, especially because this is an RNG game, right? Okay. Another like thing I have to add is that the flood aspect. So what I'm pretty sure what the sidebar is your altitude. Like when I took that jump right there, it went up and then it came down, and then I'm guessing the blue is just the water. So if you go back a little bit, yeah, the water is coming up. But the thing is, even if you're going really slow, or like not really slow, but I think it'll catch you if you go really slow. But you don't have to be going that fast for it to catch you, especially because how quickly you gain altitude. I feel like those should be adjusted a little bit. Like, I haven't seen anyone that's not AFK just get hit by the water because of being slow. So yeah, maybe they could add like change it to lava sometime, and then like make it more volcanic. That would be pretty cool. I think that's all I have to say for like suggestions and things to change for this game mode. Overall, I really love it. Like, I've been like looking around on Roblox occasionally for like racing games because I like that kind of stuff. But the thing that happens when I look, oh god, whew, that was close. The thing that happens is that usually the games in usually the racing games will be like they'll have like really high quality car models. They look awesome, they look very accurate, and then I start driving, and it's like that same like driving thing that with like, oh, like press at the bottom to open the controls, like, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, that driving system, it's solid, but it's not great, honestly. Like, so I just get met with that every time I'm trying to find a car game. And one thing that this game does amazingly is that they don't use that, and I'm pretty sure they made their driving system from scratch, which a lot more work. Honestly, the quality of it, I'm not sure if I can say one is better than the other. Both have their flaws, and they both have their pros and cons. But just having something that's like doesn't feel like that is pretty nice, and especially like the track, as I said, the random tiling is awesome. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing for my suggestions. If you played I think it started with Forza Horizon 4. We got access to emotes, and when you were done with the race, you would have like the podium, right? And then you could do emotes. You could choose what emote you have, and you could see your little character dancing. And what the hell? I don't think that was supposed to happen. I didn't make it all the way over here, and it said race finished. I think it's checking for when you've hit like the maximum amount on this, and then whenever you get there, you just immediately finish. So technically, if there was a big jump, and then you just go all the way straight up at the beginning, you would finish immediately. I think that's something that devs need to check. Anyways, what I was saying was the emotes at the end. Like, I feel like that's another monetization, like potential for monetization there. You can, especially because it's something that really doesn't matter. You can have it for like Robux or just occasion. Okay, what the hell? Okay, well, this is a new thing now. I feel they should add something to reset your position. I don't think there's anything for that. I don't see anything at least. So I'm kind of stuck here. I lost what I was talking about again. The emotes. Also, you saw on the left. I finished. I DNF'd last, but that other guy's icon was still there. So there's a visual representation of that bug. Happens every time. And they can for the emotes. Finally, I get to talk about the emotes. They can make like a Robux dice, the dice that cost Robux, and then it only drops like those emotes, and then you can just do that emote on a podium at the end of it, and then I'm sure there'll be a handful of people that buy it, and I'm sure it will be something that they could do giveaways for. And also check the bar on the side. That bug happened again. That is not what my avatar looks like. It's the other guy's avatar. Now, when you're playing this, I want to give some tips for you guys. As I said, the tile system. I keep mentioning the tile system. Like, especially right here. So you see how there's the tree right there? Every time you see like a tree out in the open like that, it's always gonna be like no barriers in the front. So if you see, let me go back a little bit. If you see like a little like jump like this, and then you see a tree, that's when you know you gotta slow down and to prepare for like the ledge. And if you can't slow down, then just try to aim for the tree and hit the tree. That will stop you immediately. Another thing is the jumps, like the jump. Oh god, okay, the jumps that have holes in like the track. So I'll try to find one, but I will bring up a clip of when I did it, because I know I've gone over one of those jumps while I was recording. It's very obvious. Obviously, you want to go really fast on those. You can't really go too fast on it. I don't think that's really possible, especially with the cars we have and the track layouts. We just don't have the opportunity to build up that speed. Those ones you want to go fast. You can tell that they're those type of jumps, but you'll see like a stone like you'll see the bottom part of the track. Like if I stop right here, you'll see this stone part in the track, and you'll be able to see that gap. And then the last tip I want to give is, when you're driving, honestly, it doesn't really matter how clean your lines are. Like, I could be driving a lot better here, but it's just too risky, and especially if you go really on the inside, like right here. If I were to let me just go slower and on the outside. This is a lot faster than if you were end up. Oh my god, is the water catching up to me? Damn. Okay. Okay, maybe that water doesn't need to be adjusted. Maybe I'm just a god gamer. Okay, but it's a lot better to go a little bit slower and then not crash into anything than to crash into it and end up needing to reverse a lot. Because what happens when you need to reverse is that it's really slow to switch into the reverse gear. So it just takes a lot of time. This is a new car. I'm not really sure what this is actually. Or what I know what car this is, but I don't know the name of it in the game. So that's interesting. There's I think 6 cars now. So overall, oh, and then one last thing I completely forgot to add. Spectating. I think they should add spectating, especially because when you're in the lobby, you have no idea what's going on, really. especially because the bar on the left is kind of bugged and also isn't really accurate, especially because if you take a jump, then makes you go a lot higher, and then it makes you go and fall back. So you don't really, you kind of, I guess, know where they are, but you know, spectating would be cool. So yeah, overall, I really like this game mode. I really love what they're doing, and I hope to see more gameplay focused updates instead of just new cars. One last thing I forgot to mention is that at the top right in the little leaderboard, you can like hide and bring out if you press tab on PC. The wins for that don't update as soon as you get the win. You have to rejoin the flood escape area to see how many wins you actually got. So that's the video. As I said, make sure you look out for the Easter video, because I will be making one for that. Not sure about anything else, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe, like, share, do all that, leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.